do a video laying out what a broker does and the value you add. People don't understand through a lack of knowledge. Okay, let me use a pan and explain. And in today's ingredients, there's 3 diagrams I'll be throwing in this pan. So 99% of first home buyers and first home investors who have no idea of the home loan process think when you purchase a property to when you settle a property, it's basically from the A to B, a straight line process. So in their head, they think, okay, to purchase a property, you get a pre-approval, then you make an offer on a property, you go get a solicitor to look at the contract, and then if you like the price, the exchange, then you get the pre-approval and turn it into a loan approval, which then you'll get the loan gets approved, and then you get the keys, and then you settle on your property. Now, obviously, those are great ingredients for cooking a great home loan process. If you've seen MasterChef and My Kitchen Rules, things usually F up. So welcome to the actual process. Voila! No, this is kind of messy, so let me digress. So this is the client timeline from when you buy the property from start to when you settle on the property. As you can see from the top to bottom, these are called deal breakers. And over here is when you get declined. So from the previous diagram, people's trajectory of a home loan process is from here, and it goes on a straight line to settlement, to getting your house. You might be wondering, what are these, up and down lines, right? Up and down lines. Let me explain to you. They're called DD, which stands for dickhead deviations. To give you an example, we project manage our clients' home loans from start to finish. We are here to manage the DDs. For example, if you get a bad assessor when they, touch your home loan, the DD gets activated. What happens is the line gets deviated from the straight line that's going towards the settlement. It goes towards deal breaker. And I call this the bad assessor meteorite. So basically, if this keeps going this way due to their ignorance and incompetence, they might suggest really ridiculous outstandings, and then it'll be a deal breaker. And then if that doesn't get sorted, it gets to a decline. This is where a good broker, I'm not saying I'm a good broker, the good broker needs to be a very good pong master. So with our pan, we pong and smash the bad assessor back to its trajectory line towards settlement to reduce the DD. Say you pass this D head and you reach another D head, which we call the lazy admin team, and they're like taking the bloody merry time processing your documents. If they go on their own trajectory and then it goes to a deal breaker, for example, it's past cooling off period. A good broker will come in with the pan and bong and get it back to its straight line trajectory. And it's a bloody minefield during this process. You might have a bad valuer that's taken too much time. They might value the property low. And while all this is happening, the client is sitting on the sideline watching this Federer versus Nadal pong match. And while the mortgage broker is on the battlefield playing pong over here, on the bench warmer here is the agent, the solicitor, the accountant, going, it's not my problem. And just because your loan gets approved by the bloody assessor, it has to go to the settlement team, the unorganized settlement team, which we bong back into place. Because there is a real difference between a good mortgage broker and a bad mortgage broker. For a good mortgage broker, the client on the sideline has a very good experience. Even though the process is like this, back forth, playing pong until we reach the North Star, which is the settlement, the client only sees this. Small waves, gentle waves. Because the good mortgage broker is a good project manager. We pong the deal back to the North Star, which is over here, which is the end destination where you get your house. And a good pong master is aggressive, doesn't take shite from any people, and is a great communicator. I wonder who that someone is. They're proactive. They study the Sinshu art of war. They know the opponent serve before the serve, and they're very experienced in the game. Versus a average or bad mortgage broker, they're often very reactive pong amateurs. They usually submit the deal and cross their fingers, hoping the deal will get approved. And they're usually very passive, gentle, or I call them pushovers. They have zero project management skills. They have no team, no helpers. They're just one-man bands. And they're constantly putting out fires and chasing meteorites. Remember when I said the BAM, bad assessor meteorites? Yes, they're chasing it till decline. So use it with a lot of random numbers. Hopefully that answers your question and the value that a good mortgage broker brings towards the table. And by the way, in terms of this entire process, we don't charge you a single fee. We invoice the bank our commission. If some of you are bitching about the broker commission, well, what about these guys? These guys get 2% on the property sale. Do they do this? The solicitor charges an upfront fee to do what? To sit at the back while this happens to sort out your settlement documents? And what about all these DDs that get a salary? A salary that is derived from the interest repayments that you make on your home loan. And you say we're not entitled to our commission. So to end this video, I want to quote my great-great-grandfather. I believe I could fly.